Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Design with Rusbe. Continuing with CSWA Practice Problems, today we'll work on question 6.15. Let's take a look at this question. So in this question, unit of measurement is millimeter gram second. Like always, we need to ensure we are using the same unit of measurement in SolidWorks setting. Now looking at this question, we have the top view, 3D model, front view, and section AA. My preference is to focus on section AA. I'm going to make a 2D sketch of section AA, and then I'm going to use Revolve bus command to make the final geometry. So let's focus on this geometry and let's jump into SolidWorks and make the model. In SolidWorks, first we need to check unit of measurement, and you can see that we have millimeter gram second, which is a correct unit of measurement. Now click on the sketch, click on the front plane. Here, because we want to use Revolve bus command, I click on line command and I make a center line here. This is basically a symmetry line or axis of rotation. Now let's click on line command and let's start from the origin. Go to right and go up. According to section AA, you can see that the length of the bottom section should be 75 millimeters. So what I can do, I can click on this point, I can click on this line, and this length should be 75 millimeters. Also, the angle between the horizontal line and angle line should be 135 degrees. Looking at the front view, we can see that we need 25 millimeter fillet in this corner. So what I can do, I can click on fillet command, change the number to 25, and let's click on this corner. Click on OK, and that's it. I want to highlight a point here. The reason I added a fillet now rather than at the end was because I want to use offset command. If you look at section AA, you can see that the wall thickness for this part is 5 millimeters. It's a consistent wall thickness, and whenever you have a consistent wall thickness, it's a good idea to use offset command. Now here, if I have this sharp corner, then I have to manually add 25 millimeter fillet here and also think about what sort of size of fillet I need for the other piece. However, if I add the fillet now, the offset command will take care of the fillet on the other side of the geometry as well. So that's why I'm adding a fillet before using offset command. So I hope this is clear. Click on OK, and now I click on offset entities. Now for the distance, change it to 5 millimeters and select this line. And now you can see the preview. First, check this box, reverse the geometry. Second, I would like to cap these ends. So what I can do, I can active cap ends, and the arc is the good option. I don't want the line, I want an arc shape. Okay, click on OK, and that's it. And now as you can see, SolidWorks took care of this part of the geometry. So basically this fillet is sized such that we have 5 millimeter consistent wall thickness. Okay, so now as you can see, first of all, we have this part of the geometry. I really don't care. If we use Revolve bus command, this part is not really important. It will be inside the geometry, so it's not going to make an issue. But just to have a clean geometry, what I can do, I can click on line command and I can close this side, and then I can click on trim entities and I can get rid of this section. Okay, so now I have the flat end. Click on OK. Now for this part, this is a tricky part. Let's go back to the question, and I want to show you something on a drawing. On the drawing, as you can see, the way that they dimension these curves are kind of weird. For example, here we can see that we have 75 millimeter distance to this point. This is the imaginary point, or basically the intersection of this line and this line. It's the same story for this curve. If you look at this side of the geometry, you can see that the dimension is not to the center point of the curve. It's to a point right here. And when I'm looking at this part of the geometry, I think that I need to draw a tangent line, another tangent line, and the intersection of those tangent lines should be the point that I need to apply this dimension. I just wanted to highlight this because it could be hard to know where exactly we should put this dimension. So let's go back to SolidWorks and try this method. So here, as I mentioned, I need to draw two tangent lines. So let's click on center line, and from here I go to right, and from here I go up. and let's trim this part of the geometry. So as you can see, now this is the intersection point. Now I can click on a smart dimension. I click on this point. I click on a center line, and this dimension should be 165. And now you can see this part of the geometry is fully defined. Okay, so I think that's it. That's all we need for this sketch. Now you can click on feature and then revolve bus. So here for the revolve bus command, we need to define axis of rotation, and of course this symmetry line is axis of rotation, so select it. And now you can see the preview of the geometry. Click on OK, and that's the final geometry. Awesome. So now it's time to check the total volume and make sure that the model that we have is correct and accurate. Let's go back to the question and check the total volume. Okay, in the question, you can find a volume here. The total volume is 137,296 cubic millimeters. Now, let's go back to the SolidWorks model and check the volume for our model. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate and Mass Properties. And here you can find the total volume. The total volume for our model is 137,295.9 cubic millimeters. If you round up this number, you're going to get exactly the same answer as shown in a problem set, which is showing our model is correct and there's no problem with it. Okay, awesome. That's it. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comment about this video, please leave comments down below. Thanks again for watching. My name is Ruzbe. Hope to see you again soon in the next videos.